Hey guys, welcome to the Invest with Nikkei Podcast. We are here today on site at one of our projects with my client and friend, Joshua Rathbun. Say hey, Josh.
Hi.
This is 271 St. George Street. This is an almost 100-year-old property. We just
100%.
closed on this one.
So now we're going through the project scope, trying to figure out to make sure that everything was in line with what we want to do. So we're going to be actually turning it into more of a St. Augustine Spanish villa. So the current state of this house is a disaster.
Total dump.
Now we're looking at it from the front here. We're talking all 5 stages of black mold. The bottom floor is a little bit better, but again, we've got holes in the wall. We've got leaky roofs that have not been repaired for years. Probably decades,
yeah.
right? And I mean, built in 1938. You can imagine. Now, the bones of the house are good. Basically, the ground floor here, so flooding has been a thing because of like Matthew that came through. It did get up above this wall that you see right here. That caused a lot of damage on the bottom there, but we're able to turn this thing around because of the experience that we bring together as a team. So in the back with the ADU, there's also a disaster on the bottom. What used to be quote unquote a garage, well, there's 3 of them down there.
Yeah.
That is completely wrecked. We're talking all the way down to the studs. And then on the upstairs, we're talking about not good signs.
Yeah.
And it's just as old as the house is. It's not a good situation. So as of right now, I would not even want you to step inside of this property. No one should be stepping inside of this property. But wait until you see what we do with this property. It's going to blow your minds.
It's going to be incredible.
Absolutely.
We've got some concepts. What would sell, right? Because this is a high-end luxury flip. It's like, how do we turn this into something that is going to be in demand for the buyers that want to be in the historic district of St. Augustine? So that Spanish revitalization, that vision, Spanish villa started to come through.
Absolutely.
And this is a Spanish style home. St. Augustine was originally settled by the Spaniards.
Yep.
And, this home, is that character, that architecture. So we're super excited. That's going to be an incredible transformation. We can't wait to show you guys.
This house is going to scream historic downtown St. Augustine. There's history in the streets, there's history in the houses. So we're here in the back. Here's the ADU. We've got all the garages going on underneath. Livable space up there, probably about 1,000 square feet. And we've also got the backyard. So we're gonna be transforming this backyard into a paradise. We're talking in-ground pools. We're talking all the landscaping that you can see will be completely refinished, redone. This is going to scream absolute luxury. We're talking pergola systems, all the way to transforming the bottom, turning it into livable space. So you can see from this back of this house, this is as ugly as it gets. If you want to find an ugly duckling, you just look at the back of this house. When we're finished with it, we're going to talk Spanish style villa with those pergolas. Everything's going to be changed, everything's going to be touched. Nothing you see here will be existing when we're finished with it.
So obviously with an almost 100-year-old historic home, there's definitely some stories to share. And we just closed this property yesterday, and Josh got to meet the sellers of the property, and you learned a bunch about the history.
A lot about the history of this house. Now the sellers' entire family history was built inside this house. All their generations, 3-4 generations, dating all the way back into the 1800s, they've built this house. Great-grandma, the grandma, they were helping veterans from World War II. And then on top of that, they were saying the Kennedys actually stayed here. That was a huge piece I didn't know about.
Yeah, St. Augustine was built for the elite. So the Kennedys, the Rockefellers, Henry Flagler built the railway system and created like a resort town in St. Augustine in the 1800s, and it was where the elite vacationed.
Yep.
So this back in the day was like a luxury property.
Absolutely.
And obviously it doesn't look like that right now,
but
back then I could absolutely see the Kennedys wanting to stay here.
Totally.
Obviously the location, your steps from those, like the Lightner Museum and the Casa Monica, those are the original resorts of the wealthy. So it's like your steps from that. So
Yeah,
that's super
absolutely.
cool.
So it's almost like you're gonna be buying a piece of history here because there's so much integrated into these walls, and we're gonna try and keep that feel and that vibe, and and understanding like, hey, this is where it was happening, and we're gonna be making it happening again.